Hello everyone. I hope I can make it through this without coughing. I ended up with a really bad, I don't know, like a stomach flu or something. And then I just got kind of weak and it's like I kind of had a cough since then. So, that was Friday. And what is today? Today is Tuesday. I'm just believing I feel good. Okay, so I have this picture of the twins, and it was St. Patrick's Day, and their mom sent me this picture of them reading in the tree. And I said, "Did you make them go out there and climb the tree so you could take this photo?" And she said, "No." She said she didn't even know they could climb the tree. And she said they've been obsessed with books ever since the book fair at their school. So it's so funny. She said they stayed out there until it was starting to get dark. And she said they came in and they had a couple of scratches, but otherwise they were good. I just think it's so funny. So I'm going to scrapbook this, and I'm going to be using this Once Upon a Springtime by G45, and I'm using the page with the book on it. The back is striped. I'm going to be using a fairy from one of these, and I'm just going to fussy cut it. And I'm going to be using some buttons off the chipboard set. I guess it's just plain on the back. And I'm going to be using this tab because I want it to look like it's, you know, about books or school. So put that aside and start. So this is I'm not going to be layering any papers. This is going to be the only one. And I'll tell you, it did not cut well. I don't know why. Both times I've tried to cut it, I don't know. I don't know whether it's because, I mean, I've had it for a long time sitting in my stash, but it's like, I never had any problems with any other papers, but this one, it seems like it's a problem. Okay, so since it is a tree, I'm gonna be using wood to also mat it. Lots of times I don't do extra matting on my, well, most of the time I don't do extra matting on my pictures, but I'm kind of liking it. And so this was a scrap that had left over from making the rolling pin, so it's not going to be a perfect, you know, the same on every side. It's a little taller or longer than what it is wide, but I'm okay with that, because I didn't want it to be too wide, but I like seeing the extra wood at the top and the bottom, so I'm just gonna leave it. And then I've got my little 1/8 of an inch around the picture. Okay. And then I am going to actually go ahead and put this down. That's really my next thing, and I'm gonna bring it between this here rabbit and this mouse that's reading, because I don't want to cover up the mouse, because he's reading just like my little peeps here. Okay, and I figure it doesn't matter if I cover up the words, because I'm gonna cover up most of them anyway. Oh, what did I do with my T-square? Oh, I hit it really good. Okay. So then I am going to call it the reading tree. So these are glittery, I think they're thickers, but I'm not sure. I know these ones are thickers. And then these were from, I don't know, something that has been in my stash. So I'm gonna just put the tree right down on the tree and kind of figure where the middle is. I just thought this picture was so cute. And they're in their little St. Patrick's outfits. Like they're little leprechauns in the tree. That's what I was thinking. But I thought it was so cute that they were up there reading. Oh, sorry, I got really quiet. Takes lots of concentration to put letters down and try to get them even. Because even when I thought it was over here more, I can see them over there more. Let me see if I can straighten them out a little bit. It might be as straight as they get. I think sometimes I start out with where I think I want them and then kind of slide them out of the way for some reason. I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to actually put them down in the middle of the picture or in the middle of the 12 by 12 page. I guess that's really the issue. I just thought this was so adorable. It's so funny because I really need to catch up on old pictures of some of the kids, but I'm really into the fresh ones, the fresh pictures. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's still over a little further than what I wanted it, but as soon as I straighten out this T, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Okay. And then I'm gonna put reading right above it. And so the D is the center. And I loved using different fonts and colors. And I'm going to have a page for both of them, for each of their books. It's funny, you know, it's like I never thought about, you know, having the, you know, grandkids where you have, you know, they're always together, so you have to have a picture, you have to have a page for both of them, and they're going to be somewhat similar just because they're doing the same thing. And even with the older girls, well, I do have, excuse me, a few pictures of all the grandkids together, but those are kind of rare. But I guess they'll look a little different just because of their age. But I haven't worked on one of those, but I do have one in my thoughts that I want to work on soon. And then I got one grandchild that she lives a little further, so she's not always with the other ones. The other two moms live in the same town, so now the twins used to live in Washington, but during COVID they moved back to Indiana, so I am really glad about that. Okay, and I think I mentioned that before. Okay, so we got the reading tree, which ever since I seen this, I just thought it's a reading tree. Okay, and so I've got that little tab that I'm gonna stick that under one of the edges, and I will write the date on here when I'm done. Oh, and I think I'm gonna put this up on dimensional, just a little bit of dimension on the edge. Oh, and I'm down here in the corner putting these on. I know I'm out of the range now. Oh, I got a little crooked. Okay, let me slide that down. Putting stickers on stickers is just so funny, but sometimes I just gotta do it. Okay. I don't have my little trash thing right next to me. I guess I'll have to pick up after myself again. Okay, and so I'm just gonna stick that right under here. Oh, and I should have wrote on it before I put those on dimensionals. Put it on dimensionals. Okay. I like that because otherwise it's going to be too flat. Okay. And then I've got this little fairy. And I'm going to, I mean, she was on one of the stamps. So, I mean, she is, what? She's very tiny. She is almost 1.5 inches, probably about 1 inch and, what, 1 inch and 3/8. It's not very big. And part of her measurement is right there on that little flower she's holding. So I'm going to stand her in the tree somewhere. And this one's Aiden's. And so, because on Alex's, there's a pink one. Do I want her up that high or do I want her down lower? Maybe there. Don't want her up too high. I think I'll put her down here. She'll kind of be right by Alex's foot. And I'm going to put her up on dimensionals too, so she looks a little more lifelike. I thought fairy tale paper is a perfect paper for readers in a tree. Okay, I'm going to cut one of these to put where her feet are. Got that long skinny branch. I'm just going to hope that there's enough that it doesn't get smashed in the book. If it does, I'll have to work out something else. Put there under the thing because it's an awful skinny area. Okay, so we're going to put her right in front of Alex's shoe. Kind of off the picture a little. So there she is. She's still kind of hard to see. But I thought it looked cute to see the fairies in the tree. Okay, and then, so I've got that piece done. Oh, and I dropped one on the floor. Sorry. Okay. So now I'm knocking them right out of this little cardboard. I guess I should have did that before. Okay, so I'm going to use this blue button to pop out these little holes. Huh, easier said than done. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to kind of scrape these little edges a little bit because you know, when you pop them out of cardboard, some of that cardboard always stays there a little bit. Should have had a fingernail file here. Okay. The nails work better than that. Okay, so I'm going to have that and one of these little green buttons. And I guess I'm going to pop out everything else while I'm at it. And one of these little pink buttons. Huh. The way everything else was popping out, I thought it would just pop right out. Okay. Maybe. Oh, I tore off a little bit of cardboard from that. Okay, let me just try to smooth that off with my nail again. So I think that's my chipboard pieces. Okay, so I'm going to, I think I've got yellow string and I've got this turquoise. I think I'm going to use this turquoise string. I don't have too much of it left, but I think that will work good. And I'm going to tie it in the button. I haven't been as talkative since since I recovered from that stomach virus. Okay, let me try to tie this, see if my fingers work. This is really pretty twine with the little sparkle. I think my daughter gave me this because I think I just had like a snip of it. She had got a spool of this and some other ones, and I think I got a little bit of each of them. Okay, now I got to get out my fabric scissors. Okay, save that. Okay, and I'm gonna need a little bit of dimension behind this because I'm going to stick it down here on the corner, and part of it is not going to be on the photo and part of it is. So I think I'm going to have to use glue on this. Okay, let me make sure I got the right end going the right way. Okay, right there. And then I'm going to put this one down just below it on the corner. I just love this picture. I'm so excited about getting to... Oh, you know what? I've got light green there, so I'm going to stick this up here because otherwise I'm going to have my two light green things right together. Okay, and that says April, but it was March. Okay. And this one's just a little flower. And then I've got these Puffy Stickers by Sweet Story. They're made by Cray Paper, but they're Maggie Holmes design. And I'm going to use this little hot air balloon. Wow, they're really stuck there. And I'm just going to stick this up by the title because we are outside, so there could be a big balloon flying by. And then I'm going to stick a little heart down here, so I've got a cluster of 3. And a little blue butterfly up here by the where I'm going to have the date. It's blue and yellow, and he loves yellow because he likes sunshine is what he says. Okay. So I think that's just about it. I'm just going to use some enamel dots in my clusters. And let's see, I probably want something green or yellow. Maybe some yellow. We've got just a little bit of yellow here and there. I took all my enamel dots out because they're kind of in sets of, you know, it might be Christmas colors, but I grouped them all together by color yesterday. Okay, so I'm gonna put, so right now I've got 3, so I'm gonna actually add 3 or 4 here. So I'll put one on this side So to bring me back to my odd number. And then I'm gonna stick a couple up here. I think one right in here. One over here by the butterfly. Kind of by the little fairy's foot. And then I'll stick a couple over here. I can get my fingers to pick them up. Okay. I think that will do it. So this is Aiden's, and I will have close-ups at the end. And then I've already got his sisters done. And I'll show them both at the end also. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you like it, give it a like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.